All right, so this lecture is being recorded for both your class and fifth period, and it will be available as soon as the lecture is done. Here's the first thing we need. All right, 4-3. This is proving and applying the SAS and SSS congruence criteria. Now, the first things we need are those theorems here. So we've got theorem 4-3, and that's called the side angle side theorem. Congruence criteria as well. You can put theorem, you can put congruence. Now the side angle side is easy stuff. You have this triangle here, like this, R, S, and T. And then you have, let's try to get it close as I can. And see, this one is congruent to this one. I drew it more like this. This. All right. Here's how easy this stuff is. These guys are congruent going from one side to an angle to another side. So side, angle, side. That's it. This one as well. So look, side, angle, and side. Now the only thing that IXL is going to try to trip you up on is which side comes first. So say they give you something like, here's going to be example 1, just kind of tucked in here. Example 1 says this, ABC, and X, Y, Z. If this guy here is going from left to right for the side angle side, they're going to try to test you and say, does this also apply? We know it does because it's still going side angle side and it's still showing that they're congruent. But IXL's a little pickier. Okay, so IXL wants them both. Oh, IXL wants congruence in the same direction. So what would work, and I'm just going to put another little triangle over here. I'm just going to call this QRS, is another triangle that has a congruence in the same direction. That would work. IXL would be okay with that. Okay? All right. So that's side angle side. How are we doing so far? Easy stuff? Just identification? Okay. Here's the theorem. We're going to skip to 4-5 real quick. 4-5 side, side, side. So SSS congruence criteria. Okay. So as you can expect, your sides are all going to be congruent to one another. So two similar triangles, we've got this AB is congruent to EF, BC is congruent to FG, and AC is congruent to EG. Okay. Again, IXL might be very picky about what direction it's going in. Just look at how many dash marks we have. That's it. Okay, there's IXL super. Now here's something else that might come up. I kind of doubt it will come up on this IXL, but it does come up later. I know that for sure. And that is the theorem four. Okay, good. I didn't number it correctly. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. And this is how they'll label it, especially on SAS. This is a big culprit for this. They'll just call it the CPCTC. Yeah, that mess.
CCP.
Yeah, the syncope. Don't think. But corresponding parts of corresponding triangles are congruent. Lots of C's. Okay? So let's see here. If I've got triangle ABC is congruent to triangle XYZ. And then I've got this little figure over here. A, B, BA. Start at the bottom on this one. A, B, C. And then C. Then AB is congruent to XY. You have BC is congruent to YZ. AC and XZ are congruent. Third dash thing. There we go. And then we'll even talk about their angles. So between the first and second dashes, you've got this Y over here. Between the first and second dashes, you got angle B. Those guys are congruent. Between second and third dashes, here's angle C, which is congruent to this guy. Between second and third dashes. And then between first and third dashes, you've got angle A. Same thing here, between first and third dashes. Match up the little tick marks, the little dashes, and that's going to help you out. These guys really care about what order your angles are going in. So here's an example, and I'm going to use this guy, this figure here. I'm going to use this space over here for this. Example 2 says which triangles are congruent. Congruent using CPCTC. Which triangles are congruent using CPCTC? Blah, 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 blah. I can't even say that digital citizenship. I always mess that one up. This one too? Anyway. they're going to give you a few options, okay? Let's say we're going B, triangle BCA is congruent to, and I'll put a little checkbox over here because we're going to look at those guys real quick. Congruent to triangle YZX. There's a particular reason I went in this order. Here's the reason I went in this order and not in the traditional alphabetical order for naming a triangle. We put the first angle mark, the first angle arch on B. The second one is at C. The third one is at A. Okay, so we went in that order. 1, 2, 3. This one is in the order of Y. 1, 2 is at Z, and X is at 3. Is that right? All right, how about if they changed it up? So this one works out. I'm going to put right here. BCA congruent to angle XYZ.
No.
Why not?
Because the angles will be congruent.
The angle marks don't match, right?
Yeah.
So let's see, we started at X, that's 3, then 1, and then 2. That didn't match up. We're looking at how many arch numbers we have here, how many arches. Okay, I'm going to put right here 3, 1, 2, and this one went 1, 2, 3. So this is a no. 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 They're very picky about this. Just match up the tick marks, match up the arc marks. Okay? Okay. How are we doing? Doing okay? Today is an exercise in identification. Okay, so what you're looking for is IXL skill, SSS and SAS theorems. Uh-oh. SSS and SAS theorems. You just need a smart score of 80 of above, okay? Oh, I put the link. I don't know if I put the star for you guys. Let me get that going. IXL is asking you to name the triangles, and I forgot about this little part, okay? Or I think my first example was a little too vague. Now, which of these triangles have the same like number of tick marks?
A, B, C, and I, J, H.
Yeah, these guys, right? Because this one has a 3 tick mark on this one, so that's not going to work. These ones have just the 1 and 2, right? Here's how you name them. You're going to go from A, cover your first tick mark, that way, and then you're going to cover this angle, and then you're going to go that way. So it's going to go A, B, C. All right, so we covered our first tick mark, first angle, then the second tick mark. All right? We have to do the same over here. So it's going to be covering the first tick mark to the angle, and then from there to cover the second tick mark. So it's going to go I, J, H. First tick mark, angle, second tick mark. Okay, that's how you do those. All right, what if they all have the same number of tick marks? There are no 3 tick marks, right? It's mattering what order they're going in. In this one, A, B, C, they're going first tick mark, angle, second tick mark, okay? This guy here is going first tick mark, angle, nothing, right? There's no other tick mark over here, no angle over here. The other tick mark is over here. It's out of order, right? So this one didn't work. Out of order. So this, let's see, first tick mark, first angle, second tick mark. That's the one that's going to work this time. So you're going to name it this way to cover the tick mark, then angle, then the second tick. Down to cover the first tick mark and angle, then second tick. Okay? So this one is now congruent to, let's see, F, G, E. Okay. Okay, one more. If we're using the SSS theorem and it's giving you different number of tick marks for different triangles, first you want to match up which triangles have the same number of tick marks. So on these guys here, which ones have the same number of tick marks?
The left two, or right two.
The right two? So this guy
Yeah,
and this guy?
yeah.
All right, so this guy's a no because it has 4 right here. These two don't, right? So how you name them is you go from lowest tick mark to greatest. Okay, so it's going to go from X to Y, and then from Y to Z. So it can get tick mark 1, tick mark 2. Same thing over here, from L to M, and then from M to N. So it can get tick mark 1, tick mark 2. So this guy's going to be triangle X, Y, Z, congruent to triangle L, M, N. Okay, that's how you name those.
I don't know if I'm remembering wrong, but on my side, I thought it, to get them right, I thought I had to do like Y to X and then X to Z.
And you put the other one in the same order?
Yeah.
As long as you cover them in the same order, you're good.
Oh.